The World Health Organization recommended forcibly removing family members from their homes and putting them in quarantine.
Now we need to go and look in families to find those people who may be sick and remove them and isolate them in a safe and dignified manner.
Queen Elizabeth seemed to be echoing this idea to the UK.
It reminds me of the very first broadcast I made in 1940, helped by my sister. We as children spoke from here at Windsor to children who had been evacuated from their homes and sent away for their own safety. Today, once again, many will feel a painful sense of separation from their loved ones. But now as then, we know deep down that it is the right thing to do.
Bill Gates has been pushing the idea of tracking people with digital tattoos, and Microsoft was recently granted patent number 060606 for a cryptocurrency surveillance system connected to the human body. Now enter H.R. 6666 to authorize the Secretary of Health and Human Services to award grants to eligible entities to conduct diagnostic testing for COVID-19 and related activities such as contact tracing through mobile health units and, as necessary, at individuals' residences and for other purposes. On May 1st of 2020, Illinois Congressman Bobby Rush introduced H.R. 6666. This act is essentially setting up a nationwide contact tracing and quarantine program run by Big Pharma. Section 2, COVID-19 testing and contact tracing using mobile health units, will allow Bill Gates loyalist Alex Azar and the CDC to fund eligible entities to conduct tests, trace and monitor the contacts of infected individuals, and to support the quarantine of these contacts via mobile health units. Who are the eligible entities qualified to receive this funding? Health centers, nonprofit organizations, high schools, and anyone else that Alex Azar deems eligible. The amount of taxpayer dollars being asked for to trace the public and force quarantines is $100 billion for 2020 alone, and whatever may be necessary as long as the emergency period continues. For Infowars.com, this is Greg Reese.
Hey, shalom, shalom. Hey, first and foremost, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai Ba'ashem, Ruach HaKodash. Hey, double honors to the apostles, elders of Great Millstone. Salutations to Akim that's out there doing the work in truth and in sincerity, all right? So as you can see, Esau is making another step closer. Now, just basically judging on what we've been seeing emerge from what Esau is doing, as far as his executive orders and all the things that he's setting up, things are never going to go back to normal. Okay, in order to live once like you once did, people once have, freely, you're going to have to be vaccinated to re-enter into the new society. All right, so we literally are, the new society is at our doorstep. All right, what does this mean? Of course, the government can go into your house and take you captive, basically, and separate you from your family, all under the guise of a public or, international health scare. Okay, so I'm gonna read a little bit of this. You brothers can check it out yourselves. It's actual factual. This is Congress.gov. I'm not gonna be long with this. Obviously, we know what comes after this. Only had a few precepts. And this is really the day we've been waiting for. This is the day that our apostles been and their elders been, waiting for, because it's coming closer to our salvation, And that's one perspective. That's one of the main perspectives that I'm coming from with this lesson. And that I want brothers to basically take hold of that, because that's the more important part. We know the scriptures say about these times that we live in, the end times, of course, as Ezra put it, woe is me, who shall deliver me in those times? All right. Of course, the Lord. All right. Because it was promised, it was said. And those that be of Yahweh Shai, those that believe, all right, and they call upon the name of the Lord, all right. And if we're part of that number, he will save us, okay? And if not, if we have to take death, the Lord will be there and fight for us until the end, because we fought and stood on this, okay? But Salakia, it's much I want to say, but I'm going to keep it to a minimum. I just want to, show you brothers this, you brothers and sisters this. The times we headed into are definitely, it's definitely a new age as far as the decline in this society, okay? So Section 1, short title, this act may be cited as COVID-19 testing, reaching and contacting everyone. Trace Act. This is also known as the Trace Act. Okay. It says Section 2, COVID-19 testing and contact tracing using mobile health units. All right. And these mobile health units, pretty much, you can say, I don't want to say mercenaries and doctor outfits, but pretty much they are the authority. Okay. They've been given the authority to go around and to forcibly test everybody in their houses. And who are they starting with first? Okay, you pretty much guessed it, you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right. As to why, we know why. All right. They want to exterminate you. Of course, they want to mark you with the beast system. Okay, which is ultimately giving you the RFID chip, which is the mark of the beast. Okay, according to the Revelations. And if you receive this chip, this RFID chip, this radio frequency identification, you will be destroyed according to the prophecy. You will be thermonuclear. You will be melted by thermonuclear power. All right. And that's how this society is going out. But I don't want to go too far. But it says, in general, the Secretary of Health and Human Services acted through the Director of Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. All right. Hint, hint. They just opened Atlanta. OK, and that's where the headquarters for the CDC is. OK, so keep that in mind. Another thing to point out or to consider is they had a TV show called I think it was it's not Contagion. What is it? Containment or something to that extent. Jake sheriff or Jake officer is pretty much closed down the city due to a disease, a virus, which we're seeing now, right? It's supposed to be killing off everybody. So they're gonna pretty much cut off the city. And pretty much the force testing will commence. All right. Salaki. So it says, may award grants to eligible entities, you see, to conduct diagnostic testing for COVID-19 to trace and monitor the contacts of infected individuals and to support the quarantine of such contacts through mobile health units and, as necessary, testing individuals and providing individuals with services related to testing and quarantine at their residences. All right. Now, key point here is that they are awarding grants to eligible entities. And I believe they're going to get into that. But just to, spoiler alert, your neighborhood church, your 501c3 church, 503c1 charter churches, they are the ones that's going to be doing a lot of this testing. All right. As you can see in certain of these guys, these camps, like ISUPK, for one, they're advocating vaccinations. Why? Because they're plugged into Esau's system. All right. Esau pretty much has his hand in that organization, and they're going to have to choose. OK. And that's just how the cookie crumbles. But Salakia, And this is off the cuff, like I said, I only had a few precepts, but I'm going to read into it. It says mobile health units and necessary testing individuals and providing individuals with services related to testing and quarantine at their residence. And for the most part, they're going to be removing whole populations too. All right. It says a grant recipient under this section may use the grant funds in support of the activities described in subjection to hire, train, compensate, and pay the expenses of individuals and to purchase personnel, protective equipment, and other supplies. Priority. In selecting grant recipients under this section, the Secretary shall give priority to applicants proposing to conduct activities funded under this section in hotspots. In hotspots, you Negroes and Latinos dwelling places. Those are the hotspots. That's what they're spreading all over the news right now. You see? See, the trouble is coming to you. All right? It's coming to you first. All right? Because a lot of you niggas are going to be destroyed. A lot of you jakes are going to be tested, including us. All right? Families will be separated. You will be separated from your families. And the only way you're really going to get through this is through the Lord. All right. But this is a different time, for the world, for you people, because you're so used to things being the way they are. And you're not used to change. In fact, you don't accept change. And when a change comes for your betterment, as far as this truth is concerned, you flake. You pretty much disregard it. OK. But Salakia, here we go. It says, let me see, hotspots. Yeah. In medically underserved communities, poverty-stricken communities. Come on, man. We know where this is going. Applicants that agree in hiring individuals to carry out activities funded under this section to hire residents of the area of community where the activities will primarily occur. Now, what's going to happen is a lot of people are going to pretty much sell out to this. A lot of people are going to be in it unawares. They're going to be pretty much deputized to tell on you and to point out who potentially has the disease. And that could potentially lead to you being forcibly vaccinated. Also, they might even forcibly give you the chip because they are restarting the whole economic sector right now as we speak. This is all going hand in hand. All right. All these Americans out of work. This public health scare is all being corroborated at once for a greater agenda. And that's bringing in the New World Order, which is pretty much Esau's enterprise, which is the mark of the beast system. All right. Coupled with that image of the beast, which is the society's norms. OK. So you have the RFID chip, which is the mark of the beast. All right. It's going to be centered around this whole new society that they are bringing about. So Salaki. All right. So this is just going into them deputizing eligible citizens, eligible participants. All right. It says to carry out activities funded under the section to hire residents of the area of or community where the activities will primarily occur, with higher priority among applicants described in the paragraph given based on the percentage of individuals to be hired from such area or community. So it's going to be a lot of jakes turning against a lot of other jakes. We're going to be turning them in, all right, to the authorities. And these are the new authorities. All right. This ain't just no public service anymore. You know, the hospitals is public service. Now they have authority given to them by the government. All right. So Salaki, it says distribution in selecting grant recipients under this section, the Secretary shall ensure that grants are distributed across urban and rural areas. All right. Nothing in this section, federal privacy requirements, nothing in this section shall be construed to supersede any federal privacy or confidentiality. All right, we can skip that. Like I said, you can read this. And, here we go. Here's the point. This is what I wanted to grab. These are the recipients right here. All right. Page 4. Line 1, it says B, a school-based health clinic, a disproportionate share hospital as defined under the applicable state plan under Title 19. All right. Yep. Title 19 of the Social Security Act, 42 USC 1396 ETs. Okay. D, an academic medical center, a nonprofit organization, including such faith-based organizations. All right, and the bells should start ringing now. Okay, the bells should start ringing in your head. The faith-based initiative. Okay, so the main ones is going to be orchestrating, turning people in, vaccinating, getting people forcibly vaccinated. Is going to be your health clinics, your schools, your religious institutions. All right. These are the ones that's going to be deputized. All right. All right. So, that's pretty much what I wanted to draw from what in here. Oh, yeah, they got $100 billion, what you seen in the video, $100 billion worth of funding for this fiscal year. All right. So they're going to be busy. Okay. Such sums as may be necessary for each of fiscal year 2021 and any subsequent fiscal year in which the emergency period continues. All right. And so there you go. There you see. We see that time approaching. Okay. It's going to be devastating for a lot of Jakes. And we've been saying this, but really, everybody's really been ignoring the shit. They've really been ignoring the shit. Okay. And excuse my language, but that's the truth. Until it's in your face. All right. Which you Jakes, these Jakes need that in your face. I told you so, because they deserve it, man. All right. Jeremiah 30:7. Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. Who shall be saved out of it? He, but that's the elect. Okay, for it shall come to pass in that day, saith the Lord of hosts, that I will break his yoke from off thy neck, and will burst thy bonds, and strangers shall no more serve themselves of him. All right. When the time comes, he's going to break the yoke. All right, from off of us, from the individuals who are going to flee from this. And I'm not talking about physically fleeing, because although we may have to, but fleeing the powers that be. Which is Esau, Edom. Okay. We're not going to be in fear. All right. Of course, we're going to be in fear of things that's going on. But we're not going to have no fear. He's not going to have no power over us. All right. Though he may be able to, kill us. All right. Physically. But we don't fear those that kill the body. As the scriptures say, we fear those that can, kill the soul. That's Yahweh, why Yahweh Shai, all right? The Heavenly Father and His Son, all right? So, Salakia, next scripture, of course, is Revelations 13:9, all right? Because ain't it ironic that the HR bill is 6666, 4 6s, all right? Okay. That number goes back to a man. All right. Of course, we know it's deliberate. Revelations 13:15. All right. Well, here we go. 13. 12. All right. Let me stop playing. All right, Revelation 13:12, and he exercises all the power of the first beast before him, and causes the earth and them which dwell therein to worship the first beast, whose deadly wound was healed. Now, the first beast represents the Roman Empire. All right. And the beast that's exercising all the power of the first beast is who? America. All right. Right along with Britain, its mother. Okay. But America being the primary empire, okay, but which is ruled by Edomites anyway. Revelation 13:13, and he doeth great wonders, so that he maketh fire come down from heaven on the earth in the sight of men. All right, and this is the beast. This is them, what it says, and deceive them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles he had power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth that they should make an image to the beast, all right, which is their new world order, which had the wound by a sword and did live, all right, which was the wound by a sword. That was the Roman Empire, all right. They were wounded, okay. The power structure fell. It failed, okay. But it says, and did live, okay, and it lived through what? America, all right, by way of Great Britain, okay, because that's the mother of America, okay, and he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak, all right, and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed, all right, and the image pretty much reflects that Roman Empire. But the beast giving life unto the beast, the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. That's the structure of this empire. And AI is the biggest part of the structure within this society. Okay? In China, they had this reward system. If you broke any laws, they would publicly humiliate you. And it's all structured on how they structure their society, okay? If you jaywalk, you're publicly shamed. Here in America, if you speak against the government, they're going to publicly shame. All right? If you speak about God, religion opposite the New World Order religions, which is the Baha'i faith with all these coexist pansies who turned over to Satan, all right? Salaki, all right, saying to them that dwell on the earth that they should make an image to the beast which had the wound. Salaki, verse 16. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, all right? And this is the RFID chip, all right? They're going to implant, okay? Because when you go into the word mark, charagma, all right, which I think it means incision. And then the root word is charax, which means, I think, a pale or stake. But when you go into it, it's literally showing you exactly how this device is going to be given to people, okay? And it's happening, it's being manifest in our reality. All right, that's people receiving the RFID chip, the radio frequency identification within their, by their bodies. So Salaki, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. All right, which of course that code, the barcode, which is a universal product code, which every item in the world has a universal product code. And that's how they pretty much get to monitor what's being spent, what's being sold, what's being shipped, so on and so forth. All right? Because everything has a receipt in this this new world order. All right? So it says, the numbers of his name, which we know is 666, right? And they don't do stuff on purpose. I mean, without a purpose behind it. So Salakia. Here is wisdom, let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. All right. And so we see, all right, this is pretty much being turned up a notch. Okay. But this is 1 Thessalonians 5, and I'm going to end with this. But of the times and seasons, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you. For yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night. This proves it, because most of these Americans, most of the people in the world really don't have a clue. I mean, you got those that's trying to fight back, but to no avail. They will be easily moved out of the way with this new world order. All right. As the scriptures say, who can make war with the beast? Nobody. All right. Not QAnon, not any other, agencies that, you're just going to be overran. And that's the truth, because this is prophecy. These things have to come to pass. Okay. None against you. It says, for yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night. All right. For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them, as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. But ye, brethren, are not in darkness. All right. And this is the point, that day should overtake you as a thief. Ye are all children of the light, and the children of the day. We are not of the night, nor of darkness. You see? So we're not of this world. Okay, because this world is in gross darkness, as the scriptures say. Therefore, let us not sleep as others do. All right. The scriptures talk about be ye circumspect. All right. And we will do everything in our might to denounce this system, the mark of the beast. Lord willing, the Lord put the spirit on us that we don't have to take that and take part of this destruction, because ultimately this thing is of election. All right. And therefore, let us not sleep as others do, but let us watch and be sober. For they that sleep, sleep in the night, and they that be drunken are drunken in the night. All right. One more. I know I kind of lied. All right. 2nd Ezra, chapter 16. Okay. This pretty much sums it up, where we at with this thing. Okay. Because the false prophets are going to be exposed. The false teachers are going to be exposed. And the elect are going to be revealed. 2nd Ezra 16:68. For behold, the burning wrath of a great multitude is kindled over you, and they shall take away certain of you and feed you, being idle with things offered unto idols. And they that consent unto them shall be had in derision, and in reproach and trodden underfoot. Okay, so like going too fast. For behold, the burning of a wrath of a great multitude is kindled over you. Those are the troops. Those are the troops that they're going to set up. All right, to come in every neighborhood. All right. And they shall take away certain of you and feed you, being idle. Right. You're going to be locked up, and you're not going to be able to move. They're going to incarcerate you with things offered unto idols. And ultimately, they're going to forcibly give the chip. All right. It says, and they that consent unto them shall be had in derision. Right. So you got a lot of faith-based initiative groups who are what? Consenting unto the way, the image of the beast. Okay. Which ultimately they will receive that mark of the beast, okay, which marks you for his society and for destruction, and in reproach and trodden underfoot. All right, so you're gonna be put to death too. All right, little do you know you were just, pretty much a scapegoat, not a scapegoat, but a Judas goat, leading everybody to, scapegoat. I think I said it right. The goats that lead the other goats to the slaughter, and that goat, the head goat, pretty much gets away, only to do the same thing again. But this time you're going to be trodden underfoot. All right. For there shall be in every place and in the next cities a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord. They shall be like madmen, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord. For they shall waste and take away their goods and cast them out of their houses. This is the reality. Then shall they be known who are my chosen. Why? Because the Lord is going to lift up a standard. He's going to even the playing field for the elect. And they shall be tried as the gold in the fire. All right. And of course, that's the ultimate trial that we have to face. but we have to face it nonetheless. All right. Hear, O ye my beloved, saith the Lord Yahweh, behold, the days of trouble are at hand, but I will deliver you from the same. Be ye not afraid, neither doubt, for your power is your guide. All right. And the Lord will guide us. He will, even when we are under immense stress, as long as we don't falter, as long as we don't flake, because at the end of the day, we're being tested, and we may not remember that we're being tested. But Lord willing, somewhere deep down, we fighting for Yahweh Shem Yahushua, and he will fight for us. Lord willing, this was edifying. Just wanted to go ahead and do this quick. I'm going to say shalom.